like the hero. I was wondering, like the Winter Wyvern for Suniko is just like a classic kind of player-hero combo. So yeah. I think from that perspective, they're really confident. In this game, Winter Wyvern's amazing against all the physical damage. Not so amazing against the Pudge Hook, which is kind of set up by the Cold Embrace. But we'll see how it kind of fits into their draft. For Na'Vi, they're going to be looking to kind of fight around their team fights. They've got the Infest into like Sand King initiation combos. For Alliance, it's all about like run at you, get a kill fast before Na'Vi can react, because the burst damage from Slaughter TA is pretty ridiculous. They've got great catch from Bad as well.
Oh, I love this already. They're looking to fight. Ditchiro kind of walks into the midst of them all, though. Takes it across the face, comes out with a rage, but they'll look for the chase down. Jonas and Fan body blocking Ditchiro off. The cast bounce is going to be perfect as Lifestealer taken down in the first blood. And they're going to look to lose more. Suneko with 2 stacks of napalm on him. Alliance chase down for another.
No, you don't get that spell at level 1.
It's not going to do anything for Suneko here, as he'll go down as well. Alliance kick it off 2-0 with a perfect fight there in the jungle of Na'Vi.
Well, that's fast way to start the game off. Getting Cold Embrace level 1. Oh no, Suniko is going to be having regrets about his life. He perhaps, he didn't, I hope he skilled that before to try and save his buddy. Because definitely he was a goner, and once you're dead, there's definitely no reason you want to skill it up and you're not going to save yourself. But that is not a good, useful spell to have at level 1. I mean, there's a bit of heal and sustain available from it. It is your lowest mana cost spell, but typically you want to have the harass potential from an Arctic Burn and be able to do a bit more. But right now we will see Alliance aggro lane. We saw this. We've seen this a lot from them in general. They really like these aggro trial lanes. Yeah,
they do.
They're going to be a Sand King 1v1 match up top. So.
What's going on here? Hansken.
Interesting.
Hiding in the trees. Arstar Snake are giving it some. Hansken's got backup. And Suneko and Arstar know that they can't finish off a kill attempt on the Pudge. A little too beefy to burst through at this time.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure they blocked the full camp, since there was the double sentry there. They're trying to regain their full camp on the side of Na'Vi. But right now, it's going to be perhaps a pull around the 1 minute 15 mark. But yeah, with this aggro trial lane, they've got the good setup initiation from the cast, the follow-up from Loader. This is a very tough lane for Lifestealer to farm. He's only got 1 base armor, so he doesn't really want to be trading hits down bottom, because that's not an exchange he'll get the best of.
I mean, how much of a nightmare is this lane for Ditchiro? Has he got the support back up here with the Kunkka and Wyvern to deal with the aggression from Alliance, or is it a favored lane for the side of the Swedes?
He doesn't. It's not good. It's Winter Wyvern, who's got a very long cooldown on Arctic Burn once you get it. The heal sustain is kind of nice. And then there's Kunkka, who torrents alright if it's a follow-up, but you don't really have a good setup. So yeah, they're just going to casually be using Cold Embrace to help heal up Ditchiro. I guess this is going to be the approach for this lane. Ditchiro just using Rage to get a last hit or 2. Only gets 1 of the 2 anyways.
I mean, yeah, that is the thing. Even at that, just the state of the CS with Ditchiro is not there. Loader 7 for 2 compared to Ditchiro's 1 for 0 in those first few waves. That's not great news for the Lifestealer.
Yeah, all the lanes going well for Alliance by the looks of things here. They're chasing down Artstyle, but Hansken, only level 1 still, did not have the hook for a setup.
Let's wrap back round into the jungle. Yeah, that extra bit of XP desperately needed it for Hansken to try and make these plays successful. One lane Loader to come back in, and we'll continue the farm game on the Slaughter. The mid lane matchup at the moment, 12 for 4 on Limp, and actually the courier going down there.
Nice.
I'll
nice
take
recovery.
that. Yeah, absolutely. Taking this away from Dendi. This mid lane certainly being won at the moment by Limp.
Yeah, Limp CS-wise having a great time against Miranda. Miranda just trying to arrow for the range creeps where possible.
We're going to see Na'Vi try and turn around this a little bit, but Loader trying to get himself in position. The cast bounce is going to be one between the Kunkka and the Wyvern. They'll turn towards Snako. EGM being chased down. The open wounds are out. The Voodoo Restoration allowing EGM the time to juke this out, keep himself alive. They're not going to be able to kill him. A curse from Loader. Snako to fall. They'll turn towards Ditchiro, and they may even be able to get this one. The cast comes out. Loader looking to get in position for the second stun. It looks like a nice torrent will keep Ditchiro safe. They'll try and turn onto the Slaughter, but he can't chase it down. Hansken with the hook, bringing Ditchiro back, and Ditchiro, Cold Embrace. It is there just in time for Suneko to keep him alive. They look to try and find Hansken, gets brought back. Ditchiro sails up, moves back into the fight, and Na'Vi will be able to claim a kill, but a bit of a bloodbath here on this bottom lane as it's all kicking off.
Yep. Hero's dying, Courier's dying. Both teams lost their courier. So we didn't see the courier, but I'm guessing it was mid lane where TA then sniped Dendi's courier. But yeah, trading couriers, trading lives, bit of everything here, and we're just 4 minutes in. Loaded's looking for more again, wanting Sneeko.
Sneeko trying to fly away. Hook's gonna miss. Handscam. Not gonna get it. Load it. We'll force DreamLeague back. DreamLeague still not in the position he wants to be in terms of farm. 9 for 1, but at the same time, Loaded 10 for 4, not that far ahead. Just with the amount of fighting that's going on down here, not either team's carry really having the chance to focus on farming.
Biggest discrepancy probably at the mid lane with the TA. A good 10 CS and 7 denies ahead of Dendi. Limp having a very good time in this 1v1 matchup, and it's a 1v1 matchup you're expected to win. One of TA's fortes is that laning stage advantage.
Dendi actually coming down here, maybe to see if they can set something up with the X marks, but some really nice positioning for Loader there as he stood right next to Dendi, making sure that the arrow follow-up wouldn't be there. So Dendi's time essentially wasted with the movement down towards the bottom lane. Looks like he'll just arrow one of the larger creeps to try and make his trip slightly worthwhile, but this is freeing up the lane more and more for Limp on that mid lane TA. The top lane at the moment, Jonas and Fan, 18 for 2 against the 20 for 1. This definitely one of the closer lanes this game, as both teams are finding something from this top lane.
Yeah, TA is going to start stacking some ancients. Limp is just very, very farm right now. But curious to see if either of the... Less likely we see a rotation from Bat or Sanking, but a rotation to their lane, because both these heroes have good kill potential. They just need a +1 to actually take advantage of it. So a hero like Pudge could rotate up top, a hero like Kunkka could rotate up top, and then you're looking at potential action up there as well. But for now, both teams very committed to this bottom try action.
No.
Top lane, General actually going to make a go at Jonas and Fan with the epicenter damage. It's going to be quite enough. Jonas and Fan falls low, but he's got the backup of Handscan. Now they just look to try and turn. General, he does have the 10 stick charges and a burrow stroke, so he can play his way out of this one. So unlikely they get the kill, especially with hooks like that. Handscan just a bit off with that. Maybe hoping for some kind of anticipation of a burrow strike into it, but isn't going to be the case. So Sanking does not find the kill there with the epicenter, but at the same time, Handscam rotation doesn't warrant a kill in return.
Yeah, Bat's got his tranquil boots now, so should be able to heal up a little bit, but does still need to be fairly careful here. Did take advantage of the neutral camps in the neighborhood to kind of stay on par with the Sanking as far as farm and CS goes, but it is still a Limp advantage in this mid lane. He's going straight into what looks to be a Midas. It could be, I guess, could be just some treads, but curious to see him pick up the Gloves of Haste, just as a lone item. Not a bad game for a Midas by any means.
And just as well that Loader does decide to opt for the Tranquil Boots as well this game on the Slardar.
Interesting. Yeah, that is not something you'd normally expect to see for a Slardar, but again, the Ring of Protection is such a value item, getting that bonus armor. You get some decent regen out of the item. So yeah, he's kind of playing like a more utility offlane type Slardar. We'll still see him likely go into that Blink Dagger, but much more looking to be the setup for Limp's TA this game than anything else.
Looking to General, but he has a burrow strike. Oh, out he goes. Jonas and Fan, of course, not quite with the lasso yet, so not enough control to deal with the SK. General able to continue to play elusive. So really, apart from that kind of first bit of action at the start, it started to calm down a little bit. Still the mid lane, very much favored towards Limp's TA. 46 for 13 against the 30 for 5 of Dendi.
Yep.
Bottom lane, there's absolutely DreamLeague been able to catch up. You know, it slowed down for Loader quite a bit, and now DreamLeague on par with the farm at this off lane.
Yeah, DreamLeague having a good time. Goes aggressive here at bottom, but not quite able to get Loader. The cask is good, and EGM bails his buddy out.
And actually, top lane General went in aggressively there with the burrow strike, and Alliance will be punishing that one. Notice the Fan and Hanskin are able to find a kill onto General, who up until this point have been having a pretty good time up there. Proving very hard for them to catch out.
Yep.
A nice bit of play there from the duo, and they will take the kill.
Radiant's top tower is
Loader
under
back to
attack.
base. EGM with D-Wall, keeping control of that area around the Roche pit.
Loader just going for all the small items. There's a Poor Man's Shield, there's an Iron Talon. He is truly mixing things up. We talked about versatility. This guy really summarizes that as far as carry players goes. He can really change up his game from hero to hero, game to game. And happy to play a more selfless role for his team, but he will rotate now to the safe lane. Perhaps looking for another kill here. Doesn't have level 6 to the end damage yet, though.
Oh, and I like this as well. You know, Hanskin's come in, kind of baiting out the aggressive burrow strike.
Hanskin might die. It's going to be close.
It is going to be close, and Loda actually unable to turn it. So in itself, quite, you know, obviously Hanskin was looking for the bait, but it didn't really matter because Loda at this stage just not have the damage, especially with this early game build that he's gone for. He just doesn't offer much at all in terms of right clicks, and still, of course, yet to put a point in the bash.
Yeah, so he'll swing back to the lane to look to try and keep on farming, but it's Na'Vi making a move.
Oh, EGM. EGM. We need to talk. As he will be caught out indeed by the rotation from Na'Vi, bringing themselves another kill on the board. And Na'Vi's certainly starting to kind of even the game out after the start, where Alliance were skirmishing a little bit better. Up top, almost towards Artstar, they'll get a nice put back with the flame breaking into Japan into the lasso. There's the crush from Loda. And the Alliance will find themselves a support pick in return for losing EGM in that mid lane.
Yeah, it's that stage of the game where supports take some of the lanes to catch up on levels, get level 6, get some farm, and TA decides, I can get more farming my Ancients, and it's also a safer place to be farming. So Limp just trying to get a bit more defensive in nature with his farming, and will farm up his little Ancient stack. And the support's going down, not the end of the world for them.
Up top, Dendi is going to head up and see if he can cut off Loda. He's going to go for the arrow. Is it going to hit? Ooh, it was awfully close, but not quite close enough. Loda will escape. Dendi's going to continue to chase. I mean, another Loda potentially hiding in the tree line, but looks like it's a little bit too deep for them to delve, Na'Vi, as they won't go hunting behind the towers.
Yeah, it's actually going to be Jonas on the bat who gets the blink first for Alliance, and will be a blink rush, so definitely signaling they want to start taking the fights to Na'Vi, perhaps pick that one up and then go look to smoke, find a catch, start taking some objectives. They do not want to sit around and wait, and TA could be rushing a blink as well. These blinks synergize very nicely with each other because it's a good insta follow-up for the Bat Rider, who does need damage inside the lasso to get those kills. He doesn't have the 4-star for some time after the blink, so you really need some good follow-up, and TA needs to have that gap close in the blink to do that.
Yeah, and there it is. So we'll see what Alliance can make happen with these items. This dual blink potential. The top lane being pushed in by Na'Vi, working down onto the tier 1 top, and they're going to get it. General to take the gold into his bank, and he himself, 1,700 gold on the way towards his blink. Down bottom, we saw Didgeridoo just finish off the armlet. Loda headed back down there to look to try and contest farm for the time being. And we'll see what Alliance can make happen with these blink timings. I mean, who are you looking to try and go for? Do you think we could expect to see a smoke down to bottom? I mean, it looks like they are. Already the bat's down there. They want to do something about Didgeridoo. Yep,
they've got good chains done with the follow-up from Lotus Slaughter. They're just going to find him in the trees here. Didgeridoo is tucked away.
And he's a good smart movements as well.
He seems wary of it. He sees no one farming top. It's a bit of a telltale sign when there's no one in the enemy safe lane farming, and there's a lane very close to their tower. It's a pretty safe position for Alliance to send someone to, so kind of gets the memo and gets out of bottom.
Mid lane, Alliance will look to continue to find something with the blink, and they will indeed as they catch out Artstar. Bring back the Admiral and take him down. Eyes onto Didgeridoo. Loda's there. He's not quite back up in the neighborhood close enough to get something done about that one. But General continues to get the space up top. He's being eyed up by Hanskin. Yet to hit level 6. One more creep or so would do it. Still a good hook, maybe enough to set this one up. He'll start to chase down General with the rock. Loda's in the neighborhood as well. General was the player here. Look to aggressive, just borrow strike away. Increase the distance. Hanskin, can he land the hook? That is the question. Oh, he's actually not going to go for it here. Actually being a little bit scared because Na'Vi are coming back with some sort of rebuttal as they want to try and fight into this. Does comes helping Jonas and Fan. Eyes onto Artstar. General has to get away. He's not going to do it because Limp creeps in onto the back line. Takes down the Sand King. Moving towards Artstar as well, but he's cold embraced up by Seneko. Jonas and Fan jumps forward. Winter's Curse from Seneko dropped down onto Limp, but it doesn't matter. He lives through it. Turns towards the Wyvern, chases him down. Limp now on a killing spree. They have lost Hanskin on the backside of his sword. Didgeridood's turned up with the armlet, chopped through Loda, but Limp looking to clean up with the rest of Alliance. Didgeridoo the armlet on his way out of this one, gets inside of Dendi. The stone comes through. They'll continue to chase this one. Limp, EGM, and Jonas and Fan. Dendi trying to get Didgeridoo out of this engagement, but Dendi's down. Didgeridoo, let's see what kind of place we go with the toggling. Keeping himself alive. They do have the blinks to chase down. One more rage. That's what he's got. Gonna jump in again. Didgeridoo with the armlet toggle. He can do this. He's feeling fine, and Ditcherai's going to be hunted for.
Oh,
EGM's looking for it, but Ditcherai, they just can't get him. The armlet toggles are too scary. Ditcherai's going to be fine. Alliance still with the team fight win, but just a little bit of frustration for them there as they are unable to kill the Lifestealer because of that pesky armlet.
Didn't get the Lifestealer, but still a very big win for them. TA getting kills. Limp starting to snowball out of control. With the amp damage, he's just so strong in these fights. All it took was SK to be amped up, and TA just finds the SK alone on the back lines, brings him down very quickly in like 2 or 3 right clicks, and it's a stage where TA can just really just destroy you if you're not careful. The slider doesn't even really need a blink to really enable this TA to function. The blink will make life easier, but even pre-blink dagger, you can play aggressive if you're Alliance. You've got the blink on bad, and that can suffice for now.
Absolutely. And of course with Alliance's lineup and the fact that Deso soon to be around the corner for Limp, with that and Amplify, they can enter to the Roche pit and they can make pretty short work of it. Dandy, eyeing up.
Top tower is under
Leaps away as Jonathan Fan tries to move in. As Na'Vi actually grouped up at the moment, the full 5 of them sweeping through their own jungle. Looks like they do want to try and make a fight happen. They've got Epicenter and Winter's Curse available. So 2 big team fight tools to set up a potential good attack onto Alliance. Eyeing up the Roshan, they know that Alliance may look for it with the TA and the Slardar Amplify.
Yeah,
but it's not the case at the moment as Alliance. They look to be aware that something's going on with all the heroes off the map.
Yeah. Get down 2 wards around that Roche pit area just to try and contest the future one, but all it takes for Alliance is a kill or 2 and suddenly it's a free Roche. You kill it so fast that Na'Vi don't really have time to react, or not even a kill, just sending heroes to the top lane, pressure top, force a TP or 2, and suddenly you've got yourself Roche as well. So it will be a very difficult to play around Roshan for Na'Vi. General has got the infested Lifestealer inside of him, looking to get aggressive, perhaps before Alliance come to them. Gonna beat them to the punch.
It just feels so far with these first kind of 15 minutes that Alliance are being much more careful in terms of how they get caught out, because Na'Vi, you know, they do have this jump, they have this potential with a Lifestealer, but unable to find any kind of grab at the moment. It's Alliance keeping themselves safe, keeping themselves behind Loader, ensuring that Loader still finds the good timing on the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
As he did fall a little bit behind, as we saw, suffered a bit at the end of the kind of laning stage. Had a good start.
Well, and that's where Alliance have to really slow it down, because they're very close to 2 key items, the Blink on Slardar and the Desolator on TA. They're going to get huge burst damage potential out of these two items, and I think Na'Vi will struggle tremendously to fight into them. So no doubt Alliance are probably just saying, why go fight now, even though we're feeling good like we've had the start we want, when we're going to be this is our peak, really. We've hit the triple blinks, we've got Desolator, we can smoke, we can go Roche, we can go find a pickoff. I'd be surprised if they go straight into Roshan just because of how strong they are. You normally want to surprise your opponent first and then take an objective like Roshan or a tower after that.
Smoke onto the Moonlight here. Alliance, they're going to keep this one up here. Just a fan jumps to get the lasso immediately on to the Wyvern. The Wyvern's out, but they have lost EGM on the Witch Doctor. 1 for 1 at the moment. X marks onto Limp, but he doesn't care. There's no follow-up. Still Na'Vi on the sidelines, but General's going to get crushed. Loader jumps in. Lane break as well from Jonas and Fan. Ditcherai looking to try and get a bit of a lockdown onto someone with the open wounds, but Limp linking himself away. Alliance, they're ready to go back in on this with a hook from Hansken. Isn't going to connect. Ditcherai trying to head back towards the safety of the tier 1 tower.
Yeah.
So both teams just losing the supports for now. Looking to get himself back involved with a TP into this one. The arrow actually getting caught by kind of the side chop there from the Pudge. A little too fat for his own good, as his belly gets caught out by the spear. And Alliance will end up losing 2 at the end of that engagement. Yeah. Na'Vi to come out on top.
Na'Vi just played very disciplined, very safe and cautiously. Once they lose the first hero, they trade the support, and then they're just kind of happy to sit back, wait for Alliance to overstay their welcome, and they punish it. So very good defensive play. That's not a fight or a timing where Na'Vi are meant to really be able to easily fight into Alliance, but just by good positioning, not getting hooked, not getting bursted down by the Slardar TA, it worked out quite well for them.
And look at the tower out as well. Alliance unable to get themselves back in position for the defense. And Axe is now finished by Dendi off the back of that fight. Able to keep up, but still Limp very much in the powering position. 1300 on top of the Blink Deso. I mean, I imagine he does just go, what, for the BKB next? Is there anything else you could be thinking about? Hurricane Pike as such at this stage instead, or?
Oh. The BKB rush just allows you to jump on the Sand King. Like, if you get an amp on Sand King, you can just take him outside of the fight. Like, right now, if you have a BKB TA, you just blink in BKB, dead Sand King. 2 right clicks, maybe, is all you need with an amped up Sand King. But without the BKB, it's perhaps throwing away your life, so we'll be very cautious about how you approach it. But this time around, I think Alliance say, well, last time we could have smoked and taken Roshan, we thought we had bigger plans and bigger goals, but this time, let's just take get ourselves an Aegis, because that's kind of the substitute to BKB. Just putting an Aegis on Limp, allowing him to play aggressive. But here comes Na'Vi.
Na'Vi
in the neighborhood, but
are they going to do anything?
not
They
enough.
don't have General in the neighborhood. They've got everyone apart from the Sand King, and that's not good enough with just 4 heroes. They're not going to attempt it. Alliance would say the Roshan Limp with the Aegis now as well. We've seen, obviously, in the first series of the day, Quakefer on the mid lane with some very, very strong performances. And it seems to be there the mid laners here in the second series. Limp absolutely sailing ahead on the TA. 11k net worth, you know, clear mile or so ahead of Dendi at this stage.
Well, we'll see Nabi's response to this one. They've just got the Ag Scepter on Dendi. This is, at this stage, when you're kind of in a slightly disadvantageous position because of the Aegis on the other side and just the strong burst damage potential from the lines, you perhaps have to just use this to farm a bit faster, push out lanes.
Let's see how Navi can react to this one. They have lost their life too low on the front of this one. He gets dragged back, taken down. That's going to be Dichira out. And Lions looking to chase for more. The boat comes through from Marstar. Trying to give it time to get out. But the hook's there. The cast is there for it as well as the Kunkka is knocked to the ground. Seneko trying to get out through the sidelines. He's going to hide. Is it going to be successful? EGM to pick up the double kill. Alliance take 3. And Na'Vi getting nothing off the attempt of a push onto the mid lane tier 1 of Alliance.
This is, Na'Vi just weren't quite on the same page. And it wasn't just that they were on the same page, perhaps just a nice catch from Alliance as well. But Dendi's was, I think, making the right call, just going top alone, pushing the lanes. We'll get away from the Batrider's rotation, but the rest of the team getting caught mid while Dendi's off farming is just not something you can have happen if you're Na'Vi. 1 kill turns quickly into 2 or 3. And so far, so good for Jonas on the Batrider, finding those initiations and pickoffs.
As Limp yet to spend any of that gold that he's picked up. Yeah, BKB indeed, as you mentioned. So just few hundred gold. Still very, very, very strong timings here for the TA this game. Limp very much with a top tier performance, 5-0-6 on the TA. Na'Vi, they're going to try again for this push mid. Hook there from Hanscan. And they've just lost their Marana. Dendi going down at the start of the fight. Not the way Na'Vi want to start this. Jonas and Fan hitting the lasso onto Dichira, dragging him right away from his teammate. To then force down from EGM. Dichira's gone. There'll be a Winter's Curse onto Hanscan, but he's going to be able to live through this one. The jump forward from Loda, allowing them to get a 3rd kill. And again, at this stage, it really is all falling apart for Na'Vi as Alliance, better execution, better team fight. They're in a much better place. And the synergy from Na'Vi just doesn't seem to be there in this first game.
Yeah, it's not been quite the start they would have hoped for, and just falling a bit flat here. Alliance doing a great job of just getting their items, getting their blink daggers up, then finding pickoffs, taking Roshan. Haven't taken too many towers or objectives, but Limp's looking to change that with his presence at this bottom lane, and not something Na'Vi can easily respond to because of that Aegis he's got.
Easy tower for Limp. More money into his pocket. And it really is getting to the point, you know, Limp, with the position that he's in and the backup that his team provide, I wonder how Na'Vi are going to be able to bring him down. And unless they catch him out on his own, it's going to be so hard to bring down the TA now at this stage with the refraction, with the BKB, and just the amount of damage that Limp does. He's going to kill you, you know, a good few seconds before you get the chance to kill him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And that's a big worry, concern. At this point, any item Limp gets is just cherry on the cake.
And Alliance, BG Jonas the Fan going in with the lasso, any kill just to add to this lead that they've got, they'll be happy with. Dichira's going down the mid in the creep from the Ancient Black Dragon.
Be careful, they can blow that up with a TA.
They really can.
Limp is bottom, so.
Yeah, they're just being a little hesitant about this. They're just allowing, I mean, look, yeah, Limp and EGM with this kind of push, it's going to be another tower falling to the hands of Alliance as Dendi continuing to try and make this push happen up
They're
top.
pinging out this ancient creep. They want to go for it, but looks like it's going to scurry out of there.
And we're just seeing Na'Vi trying to go for these kind of plays, but they just don't have the same amount of push that Alliance have with Limp's Detonator.
Yeah, they can't keep up at this stage. TA now another 2.5k gold already.
That's crazy.
Alliance have skyrocketed in terms of their advantage. About 10,000 net worth lead off of a very strong mid game. They've used these blinks very effectively. And something Na'Vi just haven't really prepared for, or they just don't have an answer themselves. It's just like their Na'Vi's lineup just hasn't like hit this item timing where they can do anything.
On Alliance, they want to fight. They jump in, set up onto Danny. Cold Embrace will be there for Seneko. Lim posts the BKB, ready to try and turn a fight. To try the range though, chasing down Lim. Alliance still topped up fully thanks to the Voodoo Restoration, but they've lost Lodi, got caught in the tree line. A nice arrow on TGM, will get forced back. A hook from Hansken though, keeping him in what could be a potentially safer position. Na'Vi will look to surround him. He tries for the TP out, he's not going to make it though. Forest Strike from General secures the second for Na'Vi. And I mean, Loda went in very aggressively, got himself caught in the tree line. The ping's actually going to be there for Loda saying, whoops, I shouldn't have been there, boys. As that did cost Alliance 2 kills. They'll still try and find something in return, though. Dragging back General into the hands of Lim. He'll Forest Strike away. They'll continue to chase it. Arrow not going to catch with the Cold Embrace, keeping General alive. And Alliance may start to fall apart a little bit here. They'll look to try and get Lim back out. He's going to be fine. And they really can't afford to lose Lim here. Hansken. He's looking for the hook. No, he's actually not going to find it. It looked like he had it. That was incredibly close. Dendi just off the mark there. Bit of the reverse Dendi face to get himself away from that hook.
Just a few little misexecution plays coming up from Alliance, costing them a little bit of their lead. Loda's over aggression at top. The TA just couldn't get any kills. They lost the Aegis right as that fight broke out. It actually looked like a very poor fight for Alliance to be forcing when they're just about to lose their Aegis, and they didn't have any chance for Lim to try and utilize it. So Na'Vi make a good call to recognize that, hey, Loda's gone too aggressive, let's punish this, and we don't have to worry about the Aegis. So from here for Na'Vi, it's still going to be stall as much as you can, try and buy time to go into that super late game.
And Jonas and Fan, maybe seeing if you can get Dendi here. Dendi moving into lane, the creeps. They've got vision of him. In trouble, he's been jumped on. Lasso there, brings it back into the death ward. Pahea Limp rips him to shards with the Deso. Crystallis combination. And Dendi down for 50 seconds. Na'Vi still not quite able to pull themselves fully together as a team here. Alliance with the lead. Did show maybe a little bit of signs of slipping, but quick to come back and prove their strength. Limp with the Steedy as well. They're ready to push down mid, maybe get some damage to this tier 2 as the wave pushes in. At the same time, they might look to try and find a kill top. You've got both General and Tichira working on this top lane, and already Loda maybe looking to get himself in position to set something up with the backup of Hansken coming up here.
There we go.
I mean, he does jump in, but I say with the backup of Hansken coming there, it's not quite that close. There we have it. Just in time. The hook comes through. I mean, again, Loda playing very aggressive this game. And just have to be careful that he doesn't throw his life away.
It was Na'Vi who had decent backup at that top lane. Sanking ready to counter-initiate, but still not finding the kill on Loda. Unable to find those key pickoffs is something that's going to have to change for them moving forward to turn this one around.
Smoke into Moonlight as Na'Vi move forward.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See if they can get anything here. They're going to lead straight into the jungle. What's going to be the plan? Jonas and Fan at the moment, the only one hanging around. It looks like Alliance aware that something's going on across the map as they keep themselves grouped up behind the tier 2. They will be okay. Loda's finished off his BKB, so he's going to be feeling a little safer when he goes for these aggressive sort of plays and pickoffs. And General did indeed have Tichira inside him then.
I think if you're Alliance, you're just gonna take this. Roshan's respawned, you kill very fast, very safely. Your lineup's very strong around the pit because of the Batrider, the Witch Doctor as well with the Cask, and Death Ward is a big threat, so there's no real danger of them going for Roshan, and off of this they can then look to make their next plays aggressively on the Na'Vi side of the map, taking towers, smoking for pickoffs, look to de-ward using the gem on the Batrider. And Na'Vi, they're huddled this fight, but it's really too late to do all too much about this.
Forever. Conceal yourselves.
And I'm sure Alliance will be very happy to try and take a fight now. With Roshan down, Aegis into the hands of Limp.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, where we may have seen slip-ups on the rest of the members of the team, Limp, he certainly is yet to slip up. 707, Daedalus now complete.
Scary.
He gets his hands on someone, especially with the Amplifier from loaded down. A couple of hits and they're gone. Arrow will catch him out, but Dandy not in a position to jump forward with the backup. Na'Vi not quite there. And boost travel on Jonas and Fan as well, so Loader can certainly afford to try and look for these plays. There's always going to be the backup at the bat if the creep waves in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Ditchera continues, though. He's got his Desolator, so he
okay,
himself
yeah.
can kick back quite a punch.
It's still like not in a 1v1 scenario. Like a
No,
TA is going to wreck him. Slaughter can kind of wreck him. He needs his team to keep heroes locked down and protect him in these fights. There's more than a plenty of stun on the Alliance side, 2 of which can pierce the BKB or the Rage with the lasso as well as the Dismember.
Alliance sweeping around. Na'Vi's Ancients making a beeline straight towards Archstar. They did spot him out with the TA trap.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And he's already backing up. Top lane's being pushed back out by
Radiant's middle tower.
for the
has
two,
fallen.
both General and Snako. But they are going to have to come back soon because Alliance may be looking to start a bit of an attempt onto the high ground here, and they certainly are. Limp onto the tier 3. Na'Vi's got to come out with an answer pretty soon, and they're going to have to deal with trying to take down Limp twice. They'll smoke up in an attempt to try and get themselves in a better position to jump on this. Fortification will force Alliance back. We'll see if Alliance feel confident enough to go back in for round 2 and continue to try and break the base of Na'Vi.
Yeah. Quite likely hoping for a pick off first before they try and just break their way through. The Bat Rider ideally the one to find that, and Na'Vi's save is not the best for anyone who does get caught in that lasso. So something they have to be very respectful of.
Na'Vi come right out from the side, and in fact they're going to be able to jump in. Good forest traps. They catch up both the Bat and Handscape. Handscape then gets himself, but the both come through. Crashes into the place. They've lost 2. Ditchera gets a double kill. They're not done yet with the chase down onto EGM. Ditchera wants a triple kill. He's going to get it. And Na'Vi coming out the base with that smoke, getting in perfect position, ensuring that Ditchera picks himself up a triple kill. And Alliance, I don't think they know what just hit them.
Ooh, yeah, you take an Aegis, you get
Look at the gold swing.
Roshan. Yeah, you're that far ahead as they were, and you can't afford to give away kills like that. Na'Vi just punished the first, and then suddenly 1 pickoff turns into 2 to 3. Falling like dominoes here, and Alliance need to play together. They need to find that good execution for these team fights.
Well, losing a tier 2 here potentially, but Loaded jumps in, the follow through of Link, they've taken down the bunker. But of course the BKB starts to get himself out of there, but the Winter's Curse holding him in place. Limp, he takes down his own teammate. Loader to fall as the Winter's Curse from Snako, causing havoc for Alliance. They do lose the Kunkka, but making sure that that kill happens onto Loader, they'll take that any day. Alliance, they're not happy though. They want to make Na'Vi pay that a little bit more. Jonas and Fan, eyes onto Snako, brings him back into the Firefly. He'll call him praise himself, but well, fire melts ice. And Alliance will find another, so starting to be a bit more back and forward, but Na'Vi certainly showing us some good signs of life here.
Yeah, and they've still got that stolen gem, EGM's gem, on the hands of General Sanking, so that was a even bigger gold swing because of that. But the Alliance say, well, may have taken our gem, won a fight or 2 here or there. Let's press forward a little bit and force some kind of response. They are marching down towards this top lane to see if they can find a pick-off of some kind. Limp is...
I mean, Limp is still proven to be absolutely massive. His team may be falling around him in some of these engagements, but he is just... He really is playing perfect Dota.
It's tough though, because he's going to start worrying, like, what's the end game for his TA? Like, he can insta-kill like anyone almost. With an amp damage, he's absolutely huge, but TA is not the easiest hero to push high ground with, to take racks with, to teamfight with, just because of her very single target, focus fire, burst damage oriented way of playing the hero.
I'm in a shadow now from Na'Vi. They'll move out the base. See what they can do about this. Limp, normally in the pocket as he takes the tower. The Jumpin's going to be there, but Limp immediately reacting with a blink out. Not going to be caught out by General Sanking play. Ward is down, but still. That will now wear off. Now the return play. They'll jump in onto Dendy, but Dendy actually X-Mark back nicely into Cold Embrace with a hook step from Hansken. Loda pushing with a close, but Loda actually getting ripped pretty low by Dichira. Dichira's got it back though, because Lim hot on his trail with the Mail Strike is close, not quite close enough. Dichira survives, but they do end up losing Dendy as Hansken deep with that nice hook there to ensure that they find something from that one. He may have been missing the hooks earlier, but thanks to the Cold Embrace from Seneko, it's just a little bit easier now.
Alliance doing a good job of trying to push these Aegis to the end before they go for the push or the fight, but that one they cut a bit too close.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Meant that
attack.
TA couldn't really go in for round 2 afterwards, but they're looking to reset things now as they still grouped up around this middle lane, but I imagine...
Backing up again though, Alliance.
I mean, their late game is really potent too. I don't feel like they're entirely locked into this mid-game victory win condition. But the lifesteal is not going to scale well against the physical damage. There is annoying heroes in the supporting cast. The Winter Wyvern, the Ghost Ship with from the Kunkka, Sanking with his kind capabilities. There's a lot of great mobility on Na'Vi's side, which is where their line does stay strong in the late game. But DPS-wise, they're still going to struggle.
Na'Vi very much keeping themselves close to the base, trying to work out the situation. And they realize now that Alliance indeed are backing away, giving them a bit of space. But indeed a lot of catching up to do for the cause of Na'Vi in comparison to the TA. They need to find fights. They need to find kills to close that sort of a gap at this stage of the game.
Oh.
And the thing is, it's Alliance that are hunting Na'Vi at the moment, much more so than Na'Vi hunting Alliance.
And any kind of plays they're going to make has got to be on heroes they're fairly, almost certainly confident of them being alone. Any fight where they're going into the 5 Alliance members is unlikely to end well for them, so Alliance will just prioritize some dewarding and map vision for now, as they do head towards top to look for that exchange.
Shadows, take us.
They are going to go out. Na'Vi to leave the base towards the mid lane. Could be a good fight at the moment. Hansken is around, but you look towards the top. They don't have Loda or EGM in the neighborhood.
Arrow perhaps revealing their position a bit there, but they had to go for it to try and find a catch and get some intel.
I mean, pings onto the Roche pit. What kind of timing are we seeing on the Roshan? It's yeah, not yet revealed. So Seneko gets down a wall, but with a TI trap there, Na'Vi will know. No, sorry, Alliance will know. The vision is down for Na'Vi around the Roche pit. Alliance, what's the play? Well, they draw the line around this area. Yeah, MuShi just dewarding the ward that they just saw placed by Seneko.
Yep. Keeping Na'Vi in the dark, not letting them know what's really going on in the map. Even more so important because of that Roche respawn coming up in under a minute. The teams know exactly when it'll be. They know it's sometime in the next 3 minutes. A bit shorter than the regular respawn, but well, than the average one. And Na'Vi, man, this TA is just going to be a big problem for them to deal with. The net worth growth on Limp is continuing to excel, but again, it goes back to the problem that TA does have in the mid to late game, is that getting kited, getting controlled, and something Limp is going to be very wary of. He needs to fight around the disables on his team. The Pudge Dismember, the Slider Crushers, the Cask, the Lasso. Can't just go in alone and expect to be able to get kills when there's mobility options aplenty for the Na'Vi side.
And he's got to be careful how close he stands next to his teammates. I mean, if Seneko lands a Winter's Curse, pulling Limp into one of his fellow Swedes, they're going to lose a hero. Now eyes onto Limp. Try and jump in, but Jonas found with the response. Comes in with the lasso onto General, and Limp rips one apart. Looking to the point, a beautiful cast back from the death ward from EGM, and the 3rd down on Na'Vi. EGM pays with his life, but they've lost 3 Na'Vi. Make that 4 by the looks of it, as Dichira indeed will get chopped down by the damage of Limp. There'll be a buyback from Seneko, but Limp at this stage, it really is out of hand for Na'Vi. Now pop the fortification. They do have buybacks on Dichira and General, but we'll see if they do hold on to maybe just stack a lane at this stage. It's not great news for Na'Vi. It's great play from Alliance. In fact, they jump in onto Den, just holding him back. Loda making sure Limp has the space to finish off the Rex in the mid lane. And they'll get it. The question is if they want to go for more. They're going to play it safe. The ping's out onto Roche. It's back up. Alliance looking to keep themselves perfectly composed. Na'Vi unable to punish the push and unlikely to punish the Roshan. I mean, they've got to get themselves over there quick, but still 15 seconds without Ditchara. And the damage that Alliance do, this is going to fall well before Na'Vi can even think about contesting.
There is nothing Na'Vi can do to stop this. And this time it's Cheese and Aegis. Alliance being very disciplined with the way they're pushing and fighting, giving very few openings to Na'Vi, and the Cheese and Aegis will take away a lot of those potential fights that you could consider if you're Na'Vi now that you've got to deal with these. Cheese is just going to be left on the courier for now. TA is 6 slotted, so
yeah, TA is
no
off
room.
The charts.
Yeah, no room for this Aegis crap or this cheese crap. No. TA going already for the consumed Moonshot among other items.
Yeah. As I said earlier, you know, you think Koifa's performance was yeah, pretty incredible. I mean, Limps is certainly up there. You know, I guess he was watching and was like, wow, I'm going to make sure I can stand up to the level that Koifa performed at. And he certainly is doing that, maybe even increasing on that, considering the tempo of the game. The fact that Limp is nearly double net worth of Dendi at this stage. I mean, he's pretty much the same or even more so than Dendi and Ditchara added together at this point.
Yeah, he's had to play a bit more solo than perhaps what we saw last game, so that's very much a byproduct of the draft coming out from Alliance. Very pick-off and kind of solo play oriented with some of these heroes. I mean, you need a ganking partner off them, but it's not like you're looking to 5-man so much as Alliance until you have an Aegis and Cheese and you can push high ground, which may be something they look to do in the next couple of minutes in this bottom lane. They've got this 4-minute window now with the Aegis Cheese, so considerations towards this bottom lane have to be going through Alliance's heads right now.
I wonder what Loader picks up next. He's saving up the money. I guess he's going to be in AC.
AC is decent. There's the Heart option, which is good against all the magic damage nukes from Sand King and Mirana. Not great against Lifestealer, but I don't think you're afraid of Lifestealer right now. You've got such great physical burst damage for him. I think you could still get a Heart even though you're versing a Lifestealer. But yeah, AC is always a reliable, trusty item.
And EGM, he's ready to join the party even more. Aghanim's done on Witch Doctor. I mean, we did see Na'Vi kind of scrape through a couple of fights in the mid game, but now as the game goes on, it's very hard to see how they can come back into this one. Then he jumps forward, immediately having to leap away from Limp. General cutting this in, giving this shake back. Hands Ken, wants the grab back. A bit of a glitch out there, looked kind of weird. Loader came with the cross over the backside of the grid. The Deathball is shot down by EGM. The Windsor skirts with Snako to stop him. They've lost Dendi. Loader falling low to be a buyback from Dendi. Loader's got to get himself out of this. But Limp, he's looking to work through one. He's looking to work through two. But they're doing every center comes in. Oh, General! He's just done it, I think. He's taken down two. The Aegis have been popped, and Na'Vi looking to Jason more to be a buyback from Limp. Loader now. That's not your base, son. Limp, he has come back into this one. General will be taken down. Limp is not happy. He is a very angry TA.
He did fight back. He needs to be careful not to die a second time here. Wouldn't be the end of the world for Alliance. They're still ahead, but he's held
If they lose him now, Loader comes in with a crush. He is in the midst of it all. Hands going to dismember, holding him in place, allowing Limp to get it down to Ditchara. General, he's looking to be in trouble as well. The Moonlight comes out. They've got him in a position. Limp looking to sit at the mouth. The Blink out with their Handskin tries with the hook. Then he comes back in with the Starstorm and Handskin. I think he goes down there. One more touch and he's out. That's something else about drag steady. And General, again with the bonus couple, he needs more Na'Vi. They just haven't got the numbers to fight. They're steady, able to keep himself alive. He goes second leap out. The boat comes through. Off the Loader pops the BKB. Limp jumps in. Limp is playing around. He's playing with fire here though. He cannot afford to go down. The BKB, the attempt to TP out. He'll make it. There's nothing to go for it to hold him back. Different things for Loader though. He gets caught out by General's bonus. They've lost Slaughter. But Alliance were able to finish off that second set of racks. So both mid lane and bottom lane down. But Alliance making some very ballsy plays here. Na'Vi able to get a little bit out of it, but still very much on the back foot as Limp not looking to lose that top spot. He did commit the buyback, but he still manages to do a lot of damage to Na'Vi.
Yeah, those 3 buybacks from the Radiant side, only the TA buying back. So you look at the overall kind of net sum loss and gain there for the two teams, it's heavily favoring Alliance. They got racks, they only used 1 buyback for 3. Yeah, it's your main carry in DPS, so it's an expensive buyback and a buyback you have to be careful of because you don't want to lose TA now and have like a 2-minute death timer on her where Na'Vi can make a lot of plays, but ultimately the buyback, well worth it. Na'Vi get crushed in the team fight. They lose their racks, and Alliance perhaps good to go with maybe next Roshan, maybe even before then. They've got such a strategic advantage because of four racks and 2 lanes being down.
I mean, yeah, as you say, it's a fantastic position for Alliance to be in. But there is always that little piece, you know, that little chance that if Na'Vi can kill Lim, whilst his buyback's on cooldown, they could get stuff done, but it's a big if, and it's a big challenge. And the way Alliance have been playing, very unlikely that they allow Limp to be caught out.
Yeah,
But it's maybe kind of the dream that Na'Vi are holding on to. They're smoking, they know it. If they can kill Lim,
Alliance
they
have
might
gripped this
just be
fight,
able
and
to
they
do
put
it.
him in the scan.
This could be the end of the game though for Na'Vi if they lose this fight. Limp's going to jump in, take out the wipe with the BKB, goes towards the Gerard, therefore down to EGM, pounding into them on the high ground. Loaded comes with the crush onto Arsenal. Limp takes down a second. You ain't killing this TA, boys and girls. Triple kill for Limp, and GG is called. Na'Vi with the final ditch attempt there with the smoke up to attempt to knock that TA out, but Limp, you're just not doing it. You're just not taking down Limp. No stopping him this game as he comes out with an absolutely stellar performance.